Connecting Streams' vision is society's marginalized and the church transformed together by Jesus. When you think of where people are at, whether they're in long-term care or they're in the inner city and they can't get out of their addictions, or they're in prison, covered, feeling ashamed, whether they're foreigners among us, new Canadians to Canada, the gospel is for them.
Then he said, go tell everyone the kingdom of God has come to you. Tell the blind they can see, the lame they can walk. Tell prisoners they are prisoners no more, and set the downtrodden free.
Love God's love regardless of their history. Jesus said, I came to heal the sick. And I look at that as sort of the outcasts of society who, many people would consider the inmates to be outcasts. Well, these are the people God came to save.
In ministry, people ask me, well, is what I'm doing really making a difference?
We've had times where, maybe 5 or 6 guys want to commit their lives to the Lord. So we call them forward. And there's always Christians in the group. There's always guys who they've made some wrong decisions, but they're close to the Lord. And we've had them come forward to pray over the brothers who are committing to the Lord. And that's an incredible, thing to happen.
At W2W, it is our desire to provide a safe environment for widows to form friendships, encourage and mentor each other through the grief journey, and transition from mere survival to a new identity of thriving. We strive to encourage widows to grow in their personal spiritual journeys and give them the opportunity to discover and experience a relationship with God.
We had this year a 94-year-old Muslim lady who gave her heart to the Lord. If you're praying for somebody, never give up, because our God is an awesome God.
There's a beating heart that goes on there. The guys come hungry for encouragement, hungry for to hear that they're loved, forgiven. They come for peace, freedom, acceptance, and God is always faithful. He always meets them there.
It's not that we just go and share the gospel, but he wants us to actually experience it and be transformed ourselves. And when the volunteers go, and that's been the heart from the very beginning, that when they go, that they're transformed, that they come to new levels of maturity and surrender and character and growth and development.
Are you in the place that you're supposed to be right now? Are you doing the dance that God has called you to do?
One of my brothers told me years ago that if you wait until you feel you're ready to step out for God, you never will. God doesn't ask us to feel ready, he just asks us to be willing and trust him.
When I was at the Fort Prison the other night, when this man had given his testimony of how he's being changed and he's now leading his fellow inmates, and then he said, looking at his fellow inmates, he said, if God can change us, he can change the world.